Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to go ahead and talk about love and marriage. Huntsville. Girl, this is either season 5 or season 6. I don't know. I was asking the people on Twitter. Shout out to LTV Productions. He said, Carlos said, was it you who said it? Girl, let me stop lying on people. But I think it was you who told me Carlos said it was season 5. And I know you're not lying because when I went to his Instagram page, he had season 5. But on the TV, it says season 6. So I get frustrated with stuff like this because I don't know how to like title um, the video. Because I have been putting season 5. But I also noticed other YouTubers, they were putting season 6. So I was like, well, if they putting season 6, girl, let me go ahead and put season 6 too. And so either this is season 5 or season 6. I don't know, child. Can I complain for like, I just want to complain for like, girl, like a minute. Okay, we watching the show. I'm gonna be honest. The only reason why I'm even watching the show is because I ain't got nothing else to watch. Because I was really over the show once it came on. Girl, I was excited about the show once I saw the trailer, but once the show actually premiered this season, I didn't even want to watch it. And then I was like, girl, you don't have nothing else to watch because Atlanta not on, Potomac isn't on. Girl, I'm in and out of New Jersey, so I'm like, girl, what can I watch? So I was like, girl, you don't have a choice but to really watch Love and Marriage Huntsville because it's about the only thing that's really on. Girl, y'all should have waited because it's clear as day that y'all are still hashing out things from that 30 episode season. Why are we still talking about stuff that really should have been taken care of last season? That's all I'm saying. Even the conversation with Kimmy and not yeah Kimmy and what's her face Kiki. I feel like that was a last season conversation. I don't think it was that important to bring over into this season. Yes, are there things that are going to be carried over, like the relationship between Mel and Tisha? That's something that's clearly going to be carried over into the next season because they never really came to a resolve. You know. Anyways, girl, I guess it don't matter because we still watching. All right, y'all. So Kiki says, "Girl, can I?" Okay, so listen. I watched the episode once and then I replayed it, but I was just listening to it because I was doing some stuff around my apartment. So I was just listening to it the second time. So this is what I understand or what I feel like from what I understand happened between Kiki and Letitia. What it sounds like to me, okay, is Kiki, girl, we still talking about this girl. Kiki feels they're trying to, I guess the new season is they're trying to come to some type of agreement about the way they're going to move on with their relationship. Okay, that just popped in my head. Okay, so the new thing for Tisha and Kiki is to try and move forward with their relationship. I guess this was the last kind of, okay, girl, let's just do a quick 1-2, right? Hash it out, and then we can decide whether or not we're going to move on. Kiki feels as though Tisha, I guess, this is how I feel. I don't think Tisha was wrong. I think, shout out to those who have overcome any type of DURG addiction, whether it was prescription or, girl, you know, some of the other stuff. Shout out to all y'all who have overcome that addiction. Um, I think for those of us who have known people who may be suffering with addiction, um, I don't know. I don't know any other way to say this without sounding mean. But girl, you just don't want to deal with them. You don't want to be around them. You don't want to deal with them. Girl, you don't know, girl. You put your bag down, honey. This thing, honey, you put your bag down, honey, girl. You look, girl. You get to the corner store trying to buy you a Dr Pepper and a bag of chips, honey, and you swore up and down. You had a $5 bill. Girl, the $5 bill's gone. Girl, you can't put your bag down. Girl, and girl, with Kiki, it's like Kiki. I get it. Kiki, from what it sounds like to me, Kiki wanted, I guess, them not for Tisha not to give up on her. Like, I wish you would have been there for me. Now, mind you, Kiki was around her cussing Tisha out, girl, telling her F you and F your baby. Girl, but she still wanted Tisha to hang on, because she was going through what she was going through. Yeah, you was going through what you was going through, Kiki, but at the same time, girl, nobody's dealing with that. So again, what it sounds like to me is when Kiki was going through what she was going through, I'm assuming she meant when she was on, those prescription drugs, is that Tisha didn't want to be bothered with her, and because she looked at Tisha as like my best friend, my sister, girl, you could have been there for me. But girl, nobody's dealing with that, girl, especially if that lady was pregnant. Am I getting the story right? I feel like I have it right. I could be wrong though. But especially if that lady was pregnant, you walking around and talking about, girl, F you and F your baby. Girl, we already can't trust you. Girl, we can't trust you because we don't know if you're going to steal. Girl, we don't know if you're going to take $20 out somebody's bag. We don't know if you're going to walk out here with a TV. You know, a crackhead. In real life, girl, the strength of a crackhead is, girl, impressive. Girl, they will walk out your house with your whole bedroom set, and you don't even know. They fast and they strong. Girl, believe it or not. Now, I know Kiki wasn't on that shit like that. And Kiki not no crackhead. I guess I didn't have to say that part. But, I'm just not mad. I'm not mad at Tisha for not wanting to deal with Kiki. There's only so much somebody can do. It's only so much somebody can do. Now, I don't know what pregnancy this was, because Tisha has 3 kids. So I don't know if this was when she was pregnant with her youngest, or the middle, or the oldest. But nonetheless, Tisha was pregnant at one point when Kiki was walking around there cursing her out. and Kiki and Tisha was like, girl, But it sounds like Tisha was trying to be there for Kiki and get Kiki some help. But she was also drawing a line in the sand too. Like, girl, you doing too much. Like, girl, I love you, but if you're not gonna get yourself some help, then girl, I can't be bothered with you. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Tisha. I'm not mad at Tisha. Shout out to Kiki and shout out to Tisha. Marceau meets up with his father. I mean, nothing really to see here. His father tried to give him some advice. Basically telling him that he needs to slow down and basically spend more time with his family, because you look up and your children are grown and your wife got a head full of gray hair, and it's like, girl, where have I been? I understand what Marceau was trying to say. He's trying to get to the money. He's trying to get to the money while he can. He has a lot of things on his plate. He's trying to make sure, that he creates some type of generational wealth for his family. I'm not mad at it. I can see how Marceau and other people like that, men and women, could be in a hard position where you have to provide for your family. You want to make sure that your family is good, but it also means that you're going to be away from your family. That's why I never understand, especially like rich people, like, not to get off into some whole like rant, but that's why I always understood when Kim was talking about, when it was rumors going around that Kim used to fuss and cuss about Kanye being home more. And I was like, girl, I don't blame her. Like, girl, if you're a billionaire and your wife is a billionaire, then girl, I'm sure even when you consider I know that's, your net worth, but girl, even the money that you have in your account, girl, I'm sure that y'all are good where you can sit down and, be still for a couple of years. That's one thing I do appreciate. That's one thing I do kind of admire about Beyonce is that Beyonce took about like 5 years off. Yes, Beyonce still did her little side projects with, side projects, but her Ivy Park situation. But I think the bulk of Beyonce's time that takes away from her family is like when she like comes out with an album and she goes on these world tours. You know what I'm saying? I think Jay-Z really didn't do too much. He did his little, they still worked, but it wasn't so much where it took, they probably still could spend time with their family. So, with Marceau, I get it that he's, like a lot of us are not in that position where they can just like stop working for like a few years and spend time with the family. And then, with them having this talk show, with them having this show now, it's kind of like, girl, you got to kind of strike it while the iron is hot. So I'm not mad at Marceau. I understand. Girl, I'm being real nice. Girl, I'm being real nice because any other day I be trying to find something to fuss and cuss about with Marceau. But girl, I ain't gonna fuss. I ain't gonna do all that tonight, girl. I ain't gonna do all that tonight. I'm being real nice, girl. Maybe I'm turning a new leaf. Girl, no, I'm not. Girl, no, I'm not. Don't get used to it. Don't get used. So I'll be back to dragging his black ass in probably about 2.5 weeks, motherfucker. Okay. But I get it though. Kimmy, girl, I thought Kimmy was so fly. When Kimmy walked into that wherever, was it a coffee shop? I don't know, child. When she walks into that coffee shop with that outfit on and those booties, I say, yes, Sam, my girl is coming back. Yes, okay. I thought the outfit was cute. Tisha said that she's been married the longest. And she was basically telling Kimmy that I've been married the longest, but you come in and you know how to like get these Scott brothers together. That's I mean, okay, let me shut up. Because that's because Tisha, I'm gonna just go ahead and say something. The difference between Tisha and Kimmy is very vocal and she ain't scared of Maurice. Okay? She gonna say what she got to say, girl. She gonna stand in what she got to say, and then she moving on. I feel like Tisha is just now starting to find her voice, right? And I think that came because of the television show. I think that before, Tisha was very much kind of like, I'm the wife, he's the head of household, I'm gonna shut up, not say anything, I'm just gonna do what he says. Even though I feel like Kimmy still thinks that too. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like Kimmy is a whole lot more vocal than Tisha. You know what I'm saying? And she don't give a damn about Maurice being Maurice or Marceau being Marceau. I'm still gonna say what I got to say. Mel calls Kimmy. Girl. You bitch. Bitch. When I tell you, when Mel called Kimmy, girl, and Kimmy was talking to Mel, they talk on speakerphone. And girl, when Tisha said, can I talk to Mel? Kimmy said, you want to talk to Mel? She was like, you want to talk to Mel? Sure. She gave Tisha the phone. Bitch, listen. She gave Tisha the phone. Tisha grabbed the phone. And she was like, hey, Mel. Mel didn't say nothing. She said, hey, Mel, this is Tisha. She said, Mel, can you hear me? Mel said, yeah, I can hear you. I was cracking up. Oh my God. When I tell you, I was over here cracking up at Melody, Tisha, and Kimmy. And Kimmy was sitting there the whole time like this. I was cracking up. But I don't think I have ever laughed that hard. Now, that part I rewound like at least 7 times, child. When I tell you, I don't think I have ever laughed that hard watching Love and Marriage Huntsville in my life. Well, as long as it's been on. Gonna say I was cracking up. That was so funny to me. Girl, that was so funny to me, girl. Hey, Mel, this is Tisha. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, Mel, this is Tisha. I just want to. I was cracking up. And Kimmy was sitting there like this. Girl, like, what is about to go? Oh, girl. So Tisha invited, let me get myself together. Oh, girl. So Tisha invited Melody to like a spa night, basically. And Melody was calling Kimmy because she wanted to take her out to get massages. You know she ain't got nobody else to film with. Okay. So they're having family night, family dinner, playing games. Marcel asks the kids, do you miss your mom's cooking? Even though Tisha and I think Marcel have both told us that he's the best cook. Okay, girl. And then he said something. I really couldn't. He said something, and then the little boy said, "I would never let my spouse talk to me like that." I guess whatever Marcel said to Tisha, the little boy was clocking basically. The company. So this is where I'm not gonna let Marcel work my nerves up this. Marcel, I'm not gonna let you work my nerves up this season. Someone's in my contact, girl. So this is where I'm like, okay, Marcel. Tisha wants, I guess, to be included in the day-to-day operations. She wants to be included basically in how the company is moving. Marcel feels as though because Tisha is the owner, Tisha owns 85% of the company. Girl, y'all should, she my girl 100, because that's what it sounds like to me. She owns 85% of the company. She's the owner. Maurice is the president. Maurice does not want to relinquish any of the control. It sounds like Maurice is not complaining. For lack of a better word, I want to say complain, but not complaining. He was just running the list of things that he has going on. I'll say it that way. We got this going on, this going on, this going on, this going on, this going on. I think which even kind of proves Tisha's point of her kind of being included because you do have so much going on. Hello? Tisha was right. I will say Tisha was right. Girl. Tisha was right. Was she right? Tisha was right again to me. Girl, come on. This is not some company that has, girl, 150,000 employees. This is not Nordstrom where you have stores all around the United States of America. You have Nordstrom racks all around the United States of America, call centers, warehouses. You know what I'm saying? Where the Nordstrom brothers, they are going to know the ins and outs of every store, the day-to-day operate. No, that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come around probably once a year, visit the stores, tell you how the stores did, that year. One may make a trip, there every 6 months. Not even that probably, girl. I think they probably came. When I worked at Nordstrom for almost over 8 years. I think they came to the store a few times. But that's not the same as what, girl, all I'm trying to say is, girl, it's two of y'all. It's two of y'all. Girl, if Tisha want to do more, then let her do more. It's not like y'all running this big company and girl, it's scattered all around the United States and Tisha is the actual owner. And yes, if it was something like that, then no, I would not expect Tisha to want to know who is hiring who, because the truth of the matter is, girl, when you have a place like Nordstrom, they probably don't even know some of the store managers' names. You know, they damn sure don't know the department managers' names. All I'm saying is, girl, just give Tisha some control, girl. I mean, just let Tisha do. If Tisha want to know who being hired or fired or want to put a picture on the wall, girl, like I said, girl, how many people work at the job? How many people work at Scope? Tisha and Marcel, and I guess they might have. I'm sure they probably have a few more employees. Being that, Maurice is like building these. So I'm sure there are more employees, but what I'm saying is like, girl, if you want to give Tisha some, if Tisha want to like have a little bit more say so over kind of like the day to day, then girl, I don't see what's the problem. I mean, it's almost kind of like girl kicking Tisha to the curb because it's like Tisha is the one who came in and got y'all motherfuckers out of the red. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Tisha, then girl, y'all still be trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. But that's old school. Anyways, child. Shout out to Maurice and Tisha. I love Tisha's outfit. The little pink dress with the blue jean boots. I thought it was so cute. I thought Mel's hair was really, really cute. The red. Tiffany don't trust Kiki. This is the thing. Tiffany has had issues with her family, or like I think finding her birth parents. So Tiffany has. First of all, let me say something. This is probably the best that Tiffany has ever looked. Girl, girl. Tiffany looked better to me pregnant than she. Girl, don't see no shit. That's what Tiffany's always been like a very pretty woman to me. But I was like, oh my god. Like I was looking at her like she's a very, 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 very pretty woman to me. I like the fact that Tiffany looked like she with the shits this season. Tiffany, this is how you should have came on the first season. But when you came on being a little messy, talking about people's children, girl, you almost got your ass whooped. Okay. Or at least you should have got your ass whooped. Kyle should have stomped your ass in the ground. No, I'm just playing. But no, I love Tiffany. I like how Tiffany coming in this season. Tiffany don't trust Kiki because she feels as though if you'll talk about your family like that, then girl, how you gonna treat me? I get that, but I also want to say this. You don't have a choice in family. You don't have a choice in who your mother is. You don't have a choice in who your father is, your brother, your sister, your cousins, your grandmama, your nieces, your nephew. Like you don't have a choice in any of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, girl, your family is your family, not because of your choice, but just because of blood. Girl, that's it. So I don't necessarily believe that just because someone is cousins and just because you may see that person treat this person a certain way, that means that they're going to treat you that way because they might not even like each other. You see what I'm saying? However, I think what Tiffany should have said is the reason why I'm skeptical of being around Kiki is because I've heard her and Tisha refer to each other as sisters, right? As best friends. And I'm trying to figure out how is it that you refer to this person as your sister and you still walk around her enemy and tell her business. There's no tea, no shade to my sis, to my good sis Mel, because Mel. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, how is she gonna come to her knowing that they don't get along, and this is supposed to be your sister? That's how Tiffany should have went into that conversation. That's how I feel like she should have went into it. But she don't really trust Kiki. So they get to the spa and they break up into groups. One, Kiki, Tiffany. This review is getting way too long, and it really wasn't a lot going on in this review. That's how you know I be talking a lot. Girl, that don't make no damn sense. Kiki, what's her face? Kiki, Tisha, Kimmy go in one room. Stormy, Mel, Tiffany go in another room. Tiffany starts to bring up the fact that she don't too much care for Kiki. Or she don't trust Kiki to Melody. Melody was paying it. Because I guess Melody realized how messy she came across last year, and Melody ain't trying to be in no mess this year. Because quiet as it's kept, we not going to sit here and act like Melody inviting Kiki to her house wasn't messy. Because you know you and Kiki ain't friends. Ain't no way, girl, before y'all get in the comment section, ain't no way y'all going to convince me that Kiki and Melody is friends after Melody has made it a mission to let us know that she don't fuck with none of these hoes outside of taping. But we not going to go back. What was I saying though? Oh yeah. So when Melody was like, Melody was saying basically that Tiffany was basically saying, "Girl, you say she a positive person." Basically trying to like get Melody to talk, but Melody wasn't taking the bait. She was like, I'm just looking at the colors and I'm just enjoying this piece. Girl. Stormy heard them talking about her in the next room because the whole thing came up with, girl, why is this something we going backwards? But Kiki brings up and says, I don't know who brought it up, but she was addressing Kimmy and was saying that Kimmy was instigating the situation last year. I don't think that Kimmy was necessarily instigating the situation. However, I didn't hear until this episode when when Stormy was like basically saying that, girl, it's always been rumors of Maurice more so cheating, but not Maurice. And Kimmy said, "Yeah, that's true." So Kimmy, that little comment right there was a tad bit messy, but I'm gonna let it go. But I caught it this episode. I didn't catch it last year, but maybe they didn't show it, and or maybe I just don't remember. But Kiki was like, I wasn't the only one that was saying nothing. Stormy said something. And I do believe Kimmy when she said she told Tisha that Stormy was saying something too. She said, this is the thing, girl. We don't really know. Well, I'm thinking about it from like Kimmy's point of view. Girl, I don't really know this girl, but it was another girl that named Stormy who had something to say too. But girl, we more focused on you because you are the one who says that Tisha is your sister. Y'all are cousins, whatever words y'all were describing used to describe your relationship. So that's why we're talking about you, because we know that you know that, girl, they don't really fool, that Tisha and Mel don't fool with each other. So why are you even here telling Tisha's business? Now, that's one thing for a random helper off the street who we don't know who got something to say. Yeah, we'll check her too, but I'm more concerned about you. Hello? Girl. Anyway, Sha, I don't even feel like talking about that because we're going backwards. I put Kiki, you was wrong, period. And that's pretty much it, girl. Tiffany tells Kiki that basically, girl, you a mess. I don't trust you. I don't know if she said I don't trust you, but she basically let her know, girl. The way you treated Tisha, I don't know if I can trust you, basically. Anyways, that's it, girl. I don't know what I said in this review, girl. I just know I just talked for 30 goddamn minutes. Girl, I don't know why and how I talked for 30 minutes, girl. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.